So next week on Monday the 19th of January and Tuesday the 20th of January, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is going to be recalling Parliament, and Parliament's going to debate imposing new hate speech and hate crime legislation, including making organisations a prohibited hate group. And they're also going to be looking at passing laws to fund a so-called federal government buyback of weapons. I might make another video on those once we get more details, which we're expecting to get probably tomorrow or the day after for what this new legislation might look like. But the idea of today's video is to ask a different question. If we had the levers of power, and if a government that had sanity and reason, a more classical liberal or libertarian government was in power, what would we do to target or to punish people who oppose the very values that are the essence of Western democracy? Perhaps we might introduce a penalty for inciting censorship or opposing free speech. And what would a punishment for such an offence be? Well, I'm going to suggest that the answer lies in history, very ancient history. There's a punishment that has been known by many different names across a big range of classical civilizations. The Greek civilization called it ostrakos. The Romans called it relegatio or deportatio. And it is the penalty of exile, of being removed from a nation or a civilization because you are opposing the values that that civilization stands for. And you're not directly harming the person. You're not imposing prison on them, which can be very expensive for the taxpayers. You're not physically harming them with an eye for an eye. All you're doing is you're essentially saying, if you're going to hold those views, or if you're going to use power to try to suppress the free speech of others, you can go and do that somewhere outside of our kingdom or our civilization. And I think it's high time we revisited exile as a possible punishment. So what do you think? Should the penalty for a crime like inciting censorship or opposing free speech be exile? Did the ancients have it right? Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below to tell me what you think.